October 25, 1944. 7 American destroyers faced 23 Japanese warships, including Yamato, the largest battleship ever built. In 2 hours, most of those destroyers would be at the bottom of the Pacific. This is the Battle of Leyte Gulf, the largest naval battle in history. MacArthur had returned to the Philippines. 200,000 American troops were landing on Leyte Island. But Japan had one final card to play, Operation Shogo, a desperate 3-pronged naval attack designed to destroy the invasion fleet. If it succeeded, the war in the Pacific could drag on for years. Admiral Kurita commanded the center force. 4 battleships, 8 cruisers, and 11 destroyers charging toward the undefended landing beaches. Admiral Halsey commanded America's most powerful fleet, the Third Fleet. On October 24th, Japanese Admiral Ozawa sailed south with 4 aircraft carriers as bait. The carriers were nearly empty, stripped of planes. But Halsey didn't know that. He took the bait and steamed north with every battleship and carrier, leaving San Bernardino Strait wide open. At 6:45 a.m. on October 25th, Kurita's massive fleet emerged from the strait. Between them and the defenseless landing beaches stood only Taffy 3, 6 escort carriers, and 7 destroyers. The escort carriers were thin-skinned supply ships, never meant for combat. Commander Ernest Evans, aboard USS Johnston, made an impossible decision. His destroyer displaced 2,000 tons. Yamato displaced 72,000 tons. By every rule of naval warfare, Johnston should have retreated. Instead, Evans charged directly at the Japanese fleet alone. His crew thought he'd gone mad. Johnston fired every torpedo, then closed to point-blank range with her 5-inch guns against Yamato's 18-inch monsters. One shell from Yamato could vaporize Johnston. But Evans's suicidal charge bought time. Other destroyers joined the attack. Smokescreens confused the Japanese. Kurita, expecting Halsey's battleships to appear any moment, hesitated. For 2 hours, 7 American destroyers held off 23 Japanese warships. Johnston took hit after hit. At 9:45 a.m., she rolled over and sank. 186 men went down with her. But the invasion fleet was saved. Ironically, Admiral Kurita later wrote, "I believed I was sailing into a trap. The Americans had lured me into their killing zone." But there was no trap, just 7 destroyers and extraordinary courage. The Battle of Samar was just one part of Leyte Gulf. In Surigao Strait, American battleships crossed the T, destroying the Southern force in a classic night battle. In Sibuyan Sea, American aircraft sank Musashi, Yamato's sister ship, with 19 torpedoes and 17 bombs. Off Cape Engaño, Halsey finally caught Ozawa's decoy carriers and sank all 4. Over 4 days, Japan lost 4 carriers, 3 battleships, 10 cruisers, and 11 destroyers. 12,500 Japanese sailors died. The Imperial Japanese Navy ceased to exist as a fighting force. Leyte Gulf was the largest naval battle in history. Over 200,000 men fought across 100,000 square miles of ocean. It proved that aircraft carriers, not battleships, now ruled the seas. Yamato and Musashi, the mightiest battleships ever built, were obsolete before they fired a shot. Commander Evans received the Medal of Honor posthumously, the first Native American naval officer so honored. The men of Taffy 3 became legends. Their impossible stand opened the door to the Philippines' liberation and brought America one step closer to Tokyo Bay. Did you or family members serve in the Pacific during World War II? Share their story in the comments below. I read every one. Next week, the hunt for Yamato and the 3,000 men who went down with her in April 1945.